EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for the weekend, March 11th and 12th, 2023. The weekend video forecast is proudly sponsored by Bozer Brewing Company. They are located at 1250 Simon Boulevard in Easton, Pennsylvania, very close to Lafayette College. They are purveyors of fine craft beer in the Lehigh Valley with a vast beer selection from IPAs to ales to stouts and sours. They also have a fantastic menu selection, live entertainment, open mic nights, and trivia nights, and are open 5 days a week between Wednesday and Sunday. Stop in and find out how you can earn free beer when you sign up for Bozergeist's new rewards program. They are Bozergeist Brewing Company in Easton, proud sponsors of the weekend video forecast. So, we have a little bit of rain and snow shower activity this morning. This is all because of a secondary low that formed overnight that is going to be pulling away. That's this bugger right here. So across far eastern areas, far eastern Pennsylvania and parts of New Jersey, there'll be some rain or snow showers. Looks like from the Lehigh Valley over to central New Jersey north will be primarily in the form of snow. Further south will be a mixture of rain and snow, and I'll get over to the NAM here in a second. Actually, let's do that now. We got the NAM high-res future simulated radar, and starting us off at 7 o'clock in the morning, you can see some snow showers again from central New Jersey over to Lehigh Valley and points north, and that is this whole activity is going to shift off to the south, but as it does so across southern New Jersey and parts of southeast PA, it's like a rain-snow mix in parts of the area, and then just rain showers further south. Because this is looking at 11 o'clock in the morning and the temperatures are starting to warm up a little bit, okay? So we've been getting solidly above freezing, and it'll run into that, and this will be out of here by around noon, maybe early afternoon right near the coast. But other than that, this should be out of here. But we're remaining mostly cloudy across the entire region today otherwise, and temperatures below average still. 40 to 46 is the spread of temperatures from northwest to southeast today, and 42 to 49 on Sunday. We are expecting partly cloudy skies to start on Sunday, and then we're going to have clouds increase ahead of our next system. So here's Sunday. Nothing going on here Sunday. Here's the next system coming in. Now, I do have Weather Weeklies is going to air this Sunday. It's going to be not quite as long as it normally is, and it's not going to be focused so much on the long range. I really think we have one legitimate shot at snow left, and that's going to be this system coming in as early as Sunday night, but it really gets going possibly Monday night. So there's going to be a long duration thing. This involves a coastal storm that could turn into a nor'easter. As a matter of fact, I'm expecting that too. It's just a matter of for whom, okay? We have a lot of different solutions on the table here with this one, and I don't want to get anybody excited thinking we're getting a bunch of snow if you're outside of, say, northeast PA, northern New Jersey, and even there is still questionable, but there is the opportunity for some accumulating snowfall, and I think this is the last legitimate shot. You might have some snowflakes yet, or maybe a minor system here and there, but it's not worth keeping the Weather Weekly's videos going for a rarer possibility, because once you get to the equinox and beyond, it starts getting a lot more rare. Not impossible, but rare, okay? So Weather Weeklies will air this week, and it's going to be focused on this system primarily, not so much the long range. I will discuss temperatures, but going forward, but that's about it. So we're going to focus on this one here. So it's almost like airing another daily forecast video here on Sunday, just in the Weather Weeklies format. So here is later on Sunday. Again, clouds increase throughout the day. We have a rain-snow mix that's going to come in overnight, all right? And that is shown on just about everything. Even the NAM showing this. I go to long range, 3-kilometer NAM. You can see that coming in. You got a rain-snow mix coming in here on overnight Sunday night, okay? So pretty much similar following to what we had just for this last system that came in, okay? This is kind of the dividing line for that too. So long-range NAM is doing the same thing, okay? It has rain to the south, a little bit of light snow, just light snow at the north. This is not the main system, though. This is going to, all in association with this area low pressure that's going to move up the coast here. Now, this is going to it's going to get captured. Okay, when I mean captured, the upper levels are going to capture this system and phase into it. So you have a couple different jet streams phasing together as this thing's coming up the coast. So it's going to eventually come up here to a point somewhere up here, maybe, and do a capture, which means it's going to stall. It's going to retrograde and loop, and then do this, okay? Kind of a little loop-de-loop like that. So it's going to do that somewhere. Now, if it's going to be right there, most guidance is suggesting that it's going to be somewhere around Cape Cod or over the eastern part of Long Island, and then it does that loop-de-loop and out, okay? In this scenario, if that's the case, You're not going to get much snow in our region. Okay, there will be some, and I think the best chances for that are going to be Northeast PA, Northern New Jersey. There is the opportunity in more areas get involved in that, but in order for that to happen, you're going to have this occlude faster. So that retrograde stall and loop would have to take place somewhere over here instead. Okay, a little bit further south, and that's about 75 miles there. So if you're about 75 miles south there, a lot more areas in our region could get involved with snow. Again, this is our last legitimate, I think, our last legitimate chance at a snowstorm, not just flakes here and there arbitrarily. I'm talking about an actual organized storm. This is probably it. Okay, so this is what the European model did today, and it has this system going up the coast, and it does go up to, as it goes past here, it draws in colder air on the backside, and a cold conveyor belt develops around this, kind of like this. So it does get snow into parts of our region here on the European model, but most notably, it's going to be across Northeast PA, Northern New Jersey. As this low goes up the coast, you can see it starting to make a left hook here into the Cape. It does a little loop and heads out. But this entire time, look where all the snow is. It's up here across Northeast PA, Northern New Jersey. This is not a bad solution for those areas. They would have actually a lot of snow out of this, even in those areas, but a lot less further southwest in this scenario. Okay. European model has been very aggressive with this. I thought it was the most aggressive model we had, and then the dam ran last night, and it was a blizzard for pretty much all of New Jersey and all of eastern Pennsylvania. And that's because it included, I'm not going to show it to you because it's kind of probably nonsense, but it included way down here. And if it does that, yeah, sure, then you can get more areas involved in snow. So we'll see where the trends are over the next couple of days. We have a couple of days to look at this. Any map we put out would be on Sunday, so we got time. Just monitoring phase right now, see what's going on, and I'll update you on Sunday with the latest trends of this particular system. There are other pieces of guidance like the GFS that continues to not be thrilled with this. It does have a stall and retrograde and loop idea, but this does some kind of funky stuff here. It starts chasing the convection. Looks like a little convective feedback here. It starts chasing the convection east, and all of a sudden, I'm sorry, this is the Canadian model. This is actually a legitimate run here. Okay, it does a stall, retrograde, and loop, but it does so way to the east and way to the north. So the retrograde is way up here. Okay, that's too far north. So it all comes down to where this is captured. That's it. Where the capture, stall, retrograde, loop is will determine who gets snow across the region, and we're just not even close to being there yet. Okay, so whenever the upper level energy catches up to it, phases in, that will determine where this track goes, and nobody knows what this is doing right now. Okay, actually, if we pull over to the GFS this evening, this is what the GFS did. So it does have it occluding up to Long Island, but it has this chases feedback here, and then all of a sudden pops a low here near the Cape, which is probably wrong. But we'll see. We'll see what happens this weekend. Don't get excited about any high snowfall amounts you see out there from these weenie runs of the NAM and whatever else decides to do this over the weekend. Hopefully the dust will settle by Sunday. We'll be able to put something out confidently at that point. But after this point, once we get past this system here, this actually on the European model here actually goes through Tuesday, actually. So it'll be a Monday night, Tuesday deal if this were to sit there and that close and do a little retrograde near eastern Long Island. You would have very windy conditions here on Tuesday regardless if there's snow or not. So we're expecting maybe a few snow showers on Tuesday and looking at colder temperatures and windy conditions. And I'm talking about 35 to 45 mile per hour winds possible on Tuesday, and then still very breezy on Wednesday, probably 15 to 25, gusting 30 to 40-ish. That's still possible here on Wednesday, so it'll be a long-duration wind event following this, along with the colder air that's moving in. But it does look like we're dry for the remainder of the week. As we get into Thursday, we're back to partly cloudy skies. Actually, Wednesday, we're back to partly cloudy, but you're still breezy. Thursday, you're at still partly cloudy skies. And then Friday, we have clouds increasing, partly to mostly cloudy ahead of this next system. This is just a cold front that looks like it's coming in next Saturday, most likely, and it looks like it's going to be in the form of rain, so we're going to warm up a little bit toward the end of the week. Next week, Thursday, Friday, getting the upper 40s, low 50s, at least maybe middle 50s in southeast PA. Ahead of this cold front, because you have this warm southwesterly flow ahead of the cold front, and that's going to get temperatures up for a couple days, just 2 days. Looks like Thursday, Friday. After the cold front goes through on Saturday, right back down to below average after that point. I'll discuss this a little bit here on Sunday as well in the Weather Weekly's video, but again, I'll update this again on Sunday morning in the Weather Weekly's time block, and it's going to be mostly focused on that system early next week and what the trends were between the time of recording this video, about midnight Friday night, and Sunday morning. There's going to be a lot of runs that happen between then, and then Sunday we'll be putting out a map as needed for a region for that particular system. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martis. That is your outlook for the weekend, March 11th to 12th, 2023. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.